On the hill above the village stood a stone well that many believed had gone dry. For years, the people climbed to it only to shake their heads and turn away. At the edge of the path lived Elias, a quiet carpenter whose daughter was ill and whose heart was troubled by a long bitterness toward his brother, who had cheated him out of their father's land. Each morning Elias passed the well and prayed, "Lord, if it is your will, give me what I need for this day." But his prayers felt heavy, as if they rose only to fall back into his own hands. One evening, after hearing the reading of Jesus' words, "Have faith in God," Elias stayed behind in the empty chapel. He knelt and said, "Lord, I believe you can move what I cannot move. Yet I have held anger like a chain. Teach me to forgive." At first, the prayer seemed harder than asking for his daughter's healing. But as he spoke, he remembered how much he had been forgiven by God. He saw his brother not as an enemy to defeat, but as a man wounded by pride and fear. The next day, Elias walked to the neighboring farm and asked to meet him. His brother came slowly, expecting accusation. Instead, Elias said, "I have come to release you from the debt I have carried in my heart. I forgive you." The brother stood silent, then broke into tears. He confessed his own guilt, his shame, and the years of regret. The two men prayed together beside the field, and the burden between them lifted like a stone removed from the well. Soon after, the village learned something unexpected. The old well, cleaned by their joined hands, yielded water again. It was not a mountain thrown into the sea, but to Elias it felt like one. His daughter recovered in time, and the family drank from the restored well with thankful hearts. People said Elias had great faith. He would only answer, "Faith is not just asking God for power, it is trusting his heart enough to obey him in forgiveness." The lesson of the story is this: when we pray with trust in God and forgive those who have wronged us, God works even in the hardest places of the heart. Have faith in God, and let forgiveness clear the way for prayer.